Well, here's the website that Courtney and I were talking about during the podcast. And I wanted to take a little bit of time just to show you the meeting directory, where you can find it and how you can use it. So when you get to the site, just scroll down and you'll come to Secular Meetings. Go ahead and click on that link. And this will take you to the meeting directory. There you go. You'll notice that the default view is for everywhere, and it pulls up the meetings everywhere on the particular day that you happen to be looking for a meeting. Now, the reason it does this is the people who created this program created it for local central offices. So if you're, say, in Kalamazoo, Michigan, and you're looking for a meeting, you might want to know where the meetings are on that particular day. Well, it's a little bit different for us because our meetings are all over the world. So that isn't necessarily the most convenient thing for us for it to default like that. But that's just the way that the program is designed. Now, what you can do if you're looking for a meeting in your particular locale, just go ahead and use the filters. Select everywhere. And if you happen to be in North America, go ahead and open up the North America options. And if you're in Canada, go ahead and click on Canada and go ahead and click on whatever province you happen to be in. Okay. And let's say that you're looking for meetings in Greater Toronto. I don't know if there are any agnostic meetings in Toronto, but we can check it out. There we go. All right. Now, on Sunday in Toronto, there's just one meeting. It's the Bellwood Free Thinkers group. But let's say that you want to look for a meeting any day of the week in Toronto. There you go. And these are the meetings. Bellwood Free Thinkers, Beyond Belief, We Agnostics, Beyond Belief, We Are Not Saints, Beyond Belief. And it shows you the name of the group, the time and day that it meets, the location where it meets, you know, whether it be in a church, a school, whatever, the address of where the meeting is, and the city and the province. Now, if you want to see what it looks like on a map rather than the list view, just go ahead and click on the map, and it'll show you exactly where. That way, you know, if you're not real familiar with the addresses, but you kind of know where you are, you can say, okay, that meeting is pretty close to me. Click on it. Oh, how about that? Neighborhood Unitarian Universalist. And it's the We Are Not Saints group. Go ahead and click on that and see what happens. It'll take you right to the meeting information. And you'll notice here it will tell you it's an atheist agnostic meeting, which all of these are on our site. It is an open meeting. This is a website you can go for more information about the group and contact information. A little additional information telling you about how you can find the meeting. This meeting happens to be downstairs near Coxwell and Girard. The last time that this meeting information was updated was on March 24th, which is pretty recently. Now, if you want to get directions to the meeting, just go ahead and click on the directions. And this is just a Google map. And you can get your directions. You can send it to your phone, you know, whatever you want to do. Just click on directions. If you want to go by car, by public transportation, if you're going to walk, you can take a bike, you know, however you're going to get there. Just using Google Maps. That's quite simple. Let's go back to the meeting directory again. Okay. So again, it defaults to everywhere on the day that you happen to be looking at the meeting. Let's say that you want any day, and you don't know, is there a meeting in Texas? You can just search for meetings in Texas. And there are some meetings in Texas, as you can see. Beyond Belief at the Austin Galliano Club. This happens to be atheist agnostic, LGBTQ. It's a meditation meeting. It's open. They also have a step meeting. This meeting is open. It's in a small room. Just gives you all kinds of information about the meeting. Pretty handy. If you just want to see meetings everywhere, any day of the week. So this is going to show you meetings all over the world. And let's take a look at it on the map. All of the agnostic meetings. There should be one in France. Yeah, there is. So that's basically how you use this thing. It's not that difficult. Now, it does have a feature where you should be able to search by zip code near a location. And I'll try this. Let's do it within 50 miles of this zip code here. Yeah, nothing worked. Oh, there it goes. It does work. Any day of the week. Look at that. Pretty handy. So you can search by zip code. You can search by city. Los Angeles. Are there any meetings there? Los Angeles. Let's check it out. Let's just do within a mile of Los Angeles. Oh. Well, that's because in Los Angeles they have all these different suburban communities. Probably need to expand that out a little bit. There you go. Culver City. Boom. Okay, now let's say that you want to have your meeting listed on the site. Go to the new meeting form. Put the information for your meeting here and send it on in, and they'll get it added for you. Courtney did an excellent job. Ed W. from Brooklyn, New York has also done a lot of work on the site. He has updated this meeting directory and has reached out to a lot of groups to get the particular information about the meetings as to whether or not it's, wheelchair accessible, that kind of thing, getting as much detail as he possibly can. He's done a tremendous job. Just one more think. Atheist, agnostic, closed, free thinkers, secular, AA. So not too difficult. The thing is, you just need to know to use the filters, for whatever you're looking for. Now, another thing you can do, let's say that you're just looking for a meeting in the morning. Then you can select, and it'll give you the meetings that happen in the morning hours. But again, it's defaulting to every day. So you just want to look for meetings and everywhere. Let's look for meetings in Illinois in the morning. Just that one there. In Chicago. Takes you right there. Looks like a nice place for a meeting. Not very far from the lake. So I don't know. That's just a real quick tour of how the meeting directory works. Again, it's just a matter of using these filters, to get the information that you're looking for. Now, some other things you might want to think about when it comes to meetings is if there isn't a meeting where you're located, and I know that North Dakota, for example, doesn't have any agnostic AA meetings, but if you want one and you want to start one, go to start a meeting. Let's see where you want to start a meeting. Just go to the meeting finder. And over here it says find secular members of the Alcoholics Anonymous to start meetings with. And it tells you how it works. And basically, If you want to start a meeting in your area, send your location and contact information as well as a short message to the webmaster. Your own map pin will be added to the maps that other people can contact you. Okay. Let's see what's going on. Let's take a look at the map. So after you submit the information, the webmaster will add a pin to the map. So you know that there's someone in Milwaukee that wants to start a meeting. There's someone here in Springfield that wants to start a meeting. There's somebody here in, actually they did start a meeting in Berea. That's the Humble Heathens group. I'm making a website for them. Jasper, that's my friend Lynn R. He wants to start a meeting there. Wilmington, North Carolina, they'd like to start a meeting over there. It's funny. Nassau County, he started his meeting. Mid-Coast, Maine area, that'd be nice to see. I know there's already a meeting in Maine, but it's a big state. Down here at the bottom of the site, it shows you the meetings, the upcoming meetings, wherever they might be all over the world. And I'm going to click back to go back to the meeting directory. This meeting directory is pretty sharp. It's pretty handy. It's used by a lot of intergroups all over the world, really. The developers were hoping that it could be used by, all intergroups, and because what they have is they have an app where every time an intergroup updates the meeting information, that information feeds into the app. That way users of the app, no matter where they are in the world, they will have the most up-to-date meeting information fed directly by these central offices. Now, when I was talking to Courtney, he said that the developers are looking at the possibility of having secular AA included on that app, and that would be very nice indeed. So I don't know if what else I might need to show you about the meeting directory. Like I say, I just wanted to make sure that you knew how to find it and that you knew to use these filters to find your meetings for whatever day in whatever place you happen to be. Now, for us, because we don't have a secular meeting in every city, you're probably just going to want to go. Let's say that you're in the state of Georgia. And let's see, what kind of meetings do they have in Georgia? How many? They got a few. They've got them in Savannah, Marietta, Savannah, Atlanta. Not bad. Missouri. How are we doing? Got quite a few. Kansas City and O'Fallon. That's out by St. Louis. So we've got the East Coast and the West Coast of Missouri covered with meetings. Okay, so I think that's a pretty good little tour of the meetings, the meeting directory. And if you do have any questions about how to use it, go to the frequently asked questions section of the site, and you got all kinds of stuff here about how to use things, using the secular meetings map, anything that you want to do here. Starting a meeting. There you go. All right, so that will conclude the tour very briefly of secularaa.org, and visit the site. I'm sure that there'll be updates frequently. They are looking for group histories, so please be sure to submit your group history so that can be added to the site. If you have a picture of your group, send that in. They'll put that up there too. If your group has a website, send that information in, so they can get that up there. All kinds of links here. Oh, that looks interesting. Podcast. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the tour of secularaa.org.